Hey guys, I'm S. Dan Wolf and welcome back to the channel. And one title that has been on my radar, a couple of the nerds that I interact with, their radar, is in fact Paralives. And one thing, it's really kind of gained speed, particularly in this last month, particularly in the last 3 days, to where it is, it's not just a single developer anymore. Alex Massey has actually brought in 2 new animators, so it is no longer a solo project, and that is a very interesting development here. Now, Paralives, for you don't know, it's basically like I first noticed it really before Halloween. That's like when it first, I think Geekism, John T from Geekism was the first one I saw a retweet of his about it, and I was like, okay. The whole Sims type of idea behind this, or essentially, to me, being a complete outsider to the Sims and that type of genre, is like this guy, it seems like he's trying to give Simmers everything that they don't have in the Sims, all the creative freedoms and all the different type of advanced build tools, everything that it seems like he has noticed, requested over the years, he's trying to design in Paralives. So where I think he's pretty quick to say that this isn't, trying to copy the Sims. It's nothing like that, but this is a pretty ambitious build that he's on here, it seems. And also too, I'll say that what intrigues me the most, and I think what'll intrigue a lot of you guys that maybe don't pick up the Sims, is not saying that the Sims has a hard barrier to entry, not from the community side. Like all the Simmers that I've dealt with, Simmer Aaron put out a video on this a couple months ago. The Simmers seem very welcoming, like no gatekeepers or anything like that. What we're kind of talking about is the barrier to entry is just the actual design process itself, the advanced moving tools, building tools, trying to customize your buildings and furniture and all that. It can be a little overwhelming, I'd say, for new people. I'm thinking a lot of you have told me the same thing about even things like jumping in Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster. So I think what Paralives is so intriguing to me personally is it looks like the barrier to entry, I know we don't have many videos to go off of, but as far as the resizing and just this advanced building editor that we've watched Alex kind of move around, play with, enlarge plants, changing the colors of the cabinets, moving, computer monitors around. It seems so user-friendly and intuitive. We just found out a couple days ago, too, that you will be able to curve the walls in Paralives. So I know all that stuff, it might not seem like a big deal to people that aren't in that niche type of, open world, creative type of development genre. But to us, little things like that, being able to just size and de-size with the simple mouse drag is pretty perplexing. It's really, really attention grabbing that this dude is trying to make this that simple, where so many thousands of us on day one are going to be able to jump right in. And he even says it, essentially create our own houses. Now, there's some limitations in the Sims. There's a lot of people that have created their own houses, whatnot, but it's really kind of tough to do that. And with Alex's project here, that is definitely going to seem more attainable. And just for the record, I don't know Alex. I've never spoken to him. I've only retweeted the Paralives account. I've never spoken to him at all. The dude does not even know who I am. But with the latest tweet that I noticed on December 10th at about lunchtime, when he said that Paralives is no longer a solo project, that really started making me dig into this a little more. And another thing too, just John T and I and Beyond Drew, we were talking about other titles and just expanding YouTube channels and what things people like our audiences would accept. and the first title that come up was Paralives. We had talked about Stranded Sails a little bit, really quirky, kind of funny little island building game, but the conversation kept coming back to Paralives. And I think there's something hitting on that. Like, we've got people in this conversation are from a 100,000, almost a 100,000 subscriber YouTuber to a 2,400 subscriber and all in between. And all of these people are bringing up Paralives. So I think there's something to it. I think that this is something I definitely want to keep my radar on. I just kind of wanted to jump in also and just, if you guys haven't heard of it, just compile the footage that Alex has released up until December 13th. So you can wishlist it on Steam. I've been pouring over their Steam page this morning, actually, and YouTube, just looking at what other people are saying. Pixelade has a good review out on it right now, and it is I like his style. The Pixelade style is a really like inquisitive style, but also like not hoping Alex doesn't get in over his head or rush this project. I think there is a lot of buzz that can be built around this game in the coming months. Now, we don't have any idea about a release date, nothing like that, but at the same time, the Alex dude has absolutely not went radio silent on any of this. You know, sometimes with these games, you get really, like that Small Land game, you get really hyped for stuff like this, and then you don't get an update for 6 months. And when Alex tweets something out, it goes absolutely bonkers. Like, 4,000 likes and 2,000 retweets. Like, there is definitely some buzz around Paralives. So, real quick before we go, I'll read to you what he's put on the Steam page as far as about this game goes and the description, and then you guys can go check it out. Come back here, tell me what you think. Are you leery of it? Do you think this thing has legs? Is it something that you think you'd like to see on this channel, or you would like to dive into yourself? But yeah, about the game. The features that he has listed: advanced building tools, an open world neighborhood. And what he was saying is, it's kind of like, think of it as The Sims, where you can walk around the neighborhood, go into people's houses, stuff like that. He hasn't said anything about, like, are you going to be able to design, like, jobs for the people and stuff. That's what kind of, I think John T and I were talking about, wouldn't it be cool if, like, in Paralives, if you started your own bakery, per se, and you could design your little bakery shop and all that, or maybe you want to design like a mechanic shop and do oil and tire changes and design all your little loaders and, bring in your little front desk area and all that. So there, the sky's the limit with the way these people can go. But that's another thing as far as what he was saying about the open world neighborhood. Fully customizable buildings and furniture, advanced character creator, complex personalities and character AI, cars, bikes, and boats, pets, seasons, and a lot of fun. So they're really keeping it kind of lighthearted. I don't think we're going to have the problem of them wanting to be bigger than they are. I think this is just a guy that sees an opening here. What they've shown us so far, I know we haven't actually seen, like, from start menu to going into the world, but from what they've showed so far, really interesting stuff. And like I said, with bringing on two 3D modelists, 3D character, we're thinking maybe he's bringing them in to help with the character creation. We haven't actually seen what the Paralives people look like yet. He does tell Simmer Aaron that they will be cartoony, but their proportions will be okay. I know a lot of people love the Planko universe type of people, but except for like the eyeballs and all that, people are kind of weirded out by that. So I don't know if he'll go with the little black dot eyeballs, or if this will be a little more complexity to the character creation. But who knows? Maybe that's what he's bringing those two creators in on. So The description reads, Paralives is an upcoming dollhouse life simulation indie game for PC and Mac. He's not leaving you Mac guys out. In Paralives, you are free to build homes, create characters, and manage their lives inside their homes and all around an open world town. The game features innovative build tools that are easy to use but powerful for advanced builders. The simulation modes allows players to explore a city full of events, people to meet, and ways to make their characters evolve and live a happy life. Or not, if they choose. It says, building a dream house requires a lot of flexible tools. In Paralives, builders are not limited to a grid. Players can build walls of any length and at any angles. Your perfect house contains curved or slanted walls. It doesn't matter. Paralives has the tools for that. You want to recreate your real-life home? Use the in-game measuring tape to recreate the exact dimensions. You can also fully customize object colors and texture, as well as the size of windows and furniture. Just select an object, pull the corner anchors to make that window larger, or upgrade that single bed to a king bed. Creating the best life for your characters couldn't be possible without enjoying what the town has to offer beyond the walls of their houses. That's why Paralives lets you explore a cozy, open-world neighborhood filled with shops, parks, workplaces, and other interesting spots to discover and meet people. So anyways guys, yeah, I'll link all this stuff down below so you can kind of jump in and have a look. You know, going back to what I was saying a little bit ago, one of the screenshots shows like a little pizza store. They go through and show like a little Victorian type of house is all decorated and spooky for Halloween. Looks really cool. One of the screenshots shows a huge outdoor pool on kind of like a little more modern type house. He's designing islands. There's little dog bowls and water bowls down on the ground. The spooky house, there's leaves and stuff out in the front yard. Looks like they've been scattered about. So really, really interesting stuff that these guys are trying out here. And the main release notes are up the very top says, you live and then you die, but at least you do it in a nice house. Paralives is an upcoming life simulation indie game. Build your dream house, create some characters, and manage their lives the way you want. So anyways, guys, yeah, go check that out. Then come back here, comment down below on what you think about the game. If you're a long-time simmer, if you've never tried that before, and if Paralives interests you. So anyways, guys, I'm S. Dan Wolf. Thank you for stopping by the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.